So, hi everybody, welcome back to Law Hero. My name is Jen and I'm a Fittest with the Law. And today we are talking about equity and charitable trusts. And we're talking about charitable trusts, but in the context of being a trustee. Now, the charities regulator has actually a guidance note for trustees, which I would encourage you all to look at. It would look very impressive in your exam if you mentioned it. And it basically says that in fulfilling the general duty of being a trustee, you must exercise due skill, care, and diligence when investing charitable assets and always act in the best interest of the charity or of the trust. However, what happens when the best investment opportunities don't always align with the trust purpose? And there's two very interesting charitable trust cases recently in the UK, which brought up the question of trustees' duties. So the first one is around moral statement. So until recently, the UK Charities Commission, they had guidance on investment that stemmed from the Bishop of Oxford case. And in that case, the bishop argued that in exercising their investment powers, the trustees were obliged to have regard to the object of promoting the Christian faith. And this was in the context of South African apartheid. And the bishop said that the trustees should therefore apply appropriate ethical consideration to their choice of investments. Most charities need money, and the more of it there is available, the more the trustees can seek to accomplish. So it was recognised in that judgment that limited circumstances exist whereby investments of a particular type would directly conflict with the core aims of the charity. However, the judgment emphasised that the bottom line is that the investment of a charitable asset must not be used for making moral statements to the financial detriment of the charity itself. So, of course, in that case, apartheid in South Africa meant that even though they had an investment there and they were against it on moral grounds, that still didn't warrant them pulling out of the investment, because at the end of the day, the charity is about making money and not being in financial detriment. The other case was Butler Sloss, and that was a recent UK decision where two charitable trusts, one to pursue environmental protection, the other to pursue the relief of poverty, asked the English High Court to clarify their investment duties. So with the mandate to tackle climate change, the trustees sought to establish whether they were entitled to adopt investment policies that would exclude investments that conflicted with that agenda, even if it meant cutting the number of potential investments in half. The High Court said in the normal course, a trustee's duty of furthering a charity's purpose will be best achieved by financial returns. So this is the number one object of a trustee, is to create financial return from an investment. It stated, however, that trustees may reach a reasonable view that certain investments conflict with those purposes, and in which case they will have a discretion to exclude those options. The court gave 10 principles to guide trustees, and if the trustees act responsibly to reasonably consider and weigh up all the relevant factors, including the likelihood and seriousness of any potential conflict with the charitable object and the severity of any financial risk caused by such investment, then that's where their discretion lies. In Ireland, the charities regulator points to some common law principles in stating the duties of charity trustees of all forms of charities, whether in the form of a trust, company, or unincorporated. Therefore, all charity trustees should be aware of the Butler Sloss case as an English law interpretation of these common law duties. The charities regulator in Ireland has also published guidance for charity trustees about investments of charitable assets in Ireland, called the Internal Financial Controls Guidelines for Charities. So yeah, that is our FE1 update on charitable trustees, and I will see you in the next one.